I know why Theo Von loves Latinos, and it's incorrect. It's supposed to say, I know why Theo Von loves Filipinos.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah. You know how he goes on like, I love Filipino. Every podcast that he's on, he talks about like loving Filipinos.
Wait, I didn't know
Because
that.
he loves you.
No, he loves Filipinos. Filipinos
Filipinos
are
are the
people.
best, though.
But then I'm like, what? Why does he love Filipinos so much? And then I learned this thing recently, and it's a historical fact
His
that
mom is Filipino.
because the Spanish colonized the Philippines and they often took him in as slaves on their ships to Mexico, and they were called Manila men from the Philippines. These Manila men, or these colonized Filipinos in Mexico, escaped. They deserted their Spanish colonizers, and then they established their own community in Louisiana as early as 1700s. And so there used to be a whole area in Louisiana before, I think in like the 30s, it got destroyed by like the storms, but this whole area that was a Filipino town basically. So I think it's in his blood as a Louisiana boy. But I'm now starting to think that if he did a DNA, he's part Nicaraguan, right? But I think that, yeah.
So you think maybe he's Filipino?
I think he's Filipino. My theory is Theo Von is Filipino, and I think he needs to do a DNA test for real. And I think he's a descendant of the original Manila men that were
Please let him
were
do
from
a
Louisiana.
23andMe.
Answer me yes or no. Is he the father of your baby?
You look at my baby.
We got to ask Maury.
So funny. But I don't know. That's just my theory on it.
I have a question. If you had to have a sperm donor and you could only pick out of the comedy scene,
This is a good question.
which comedian would you let
This
be
is
your
a
sperm
good
donor?
That is so stressful.
Esther would pick me. I already know it.
But you mean like the bros?
Yeah, like a man. You need sperm.
Who do you
I
pick?
would pick Gilbert.
Oh, just no relationship to them whatsoever.
No, it could be
Just
people
the
you've never
sperm.
met. Just out of the comedians.
Well, I wouldn't want a big baby, so anyone tall, no.
Okay. I'm trying to think whose genes
I would pick
want.
Mark Maron.
Me too. That's my second.
No,
Mark
the
Maron is my
mental
second.
illness on that child between me and Mark.
Yeah, I have too
can't
much,
do
like,
that.
Okay, I don't know
already.
him. I don't know him.
Yeah.
But he
I'm
is
trying to
like,
think, like,
everyone thinks he's the hottest.
who's
so.
handsome?
Oh, I would just feel like he seems like, cozy.
I would pick someone Asian, I think, just cause.
Oh, I wonder who would you pick? Someone Asian.
No, I wouldn't pick Bobby because, again, between my mental illness and his mental illness is too risky.
So who's an Asian man that you would let?
We'll narrow it down to like
Peter
what,
Kim.
6? Peter Kim, the only gay Bobby lookalike.
can
Who's
do
yours?
gays.
Let's see.
Let me think,
I'm
let me
trying to think, and part of me is going like maybe like a Mulaney because he's tall. I believe
He's
has like a
nice.
wealthy family, and so I just want that kind of in my baby's DNA to
Okay.
like have kind of wealth.
He's
within-
like that's a good pick because he's like nice, sweet, and smart.
yeah,
And
and
you-
tall is important to me. He seems healthy. Oh, but the addiction, huh? Okay, maybe I'll go back to the drawing board, but that's kind of what
I
I'm
would pick
first
Robin
thinking.
Williams.
Okay,
in the
well, you
past.
can't pick him.
Well, this is a hypothetical.
Yeah, but currently,
No, but you're gonna have to exhume. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't get to pick him.
Yeah,
can't
you don't
be
get to
dead.
pick him.
Next.
you can't have dead
Who's
sperm.
not tall?
Obviously, Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, he's not tall and as dark.
no,
dark.
no,
But
no,
he's
no,
beefy.
no. He's too
dense.
beefy.
And his I feel like his daughters are beautiful. But that's
his baby would come out like out of you like
right.
punching. No.
Yeah, it might be
No, but
too
I guess
big.
have you seen the old videos of him from when he was like a new comic? He's very like tall and lanky, or not tall. I guess he didn't like lose height, but he's very like lanky. So I think the beefiness is
maybe
more.
Mateo Lane.
Yeah,
Oh, good
Who's
choice.
that? I have to look
Mateo
that
Lane
up.
would be a
that's
good one
actually a
for
great
me.
one. And I'm also gonna pick Mateo.
Okay,
so we can have like
yeah.
our babies can be
Siblings.
sisters.
His grandfather was the judge that married my
Oh,
parents,
good
so we're
choice.
already cousins in my mind. So yeah, we'll have a baby together.
Yeah, that's good.
I know who I would choose to donate sperm.
Who?
Joel Kim Booster.
Oh,
that's a good
that's
one.
fun.
Done.
Yeah.
That baby is snatched, smart, silly.
This question makes me want to vom. Honestly, like I think that male comics just like
Fluffy.
scare the
Iglesias
shit
guy.
out of me. So I'm sorry, it's got to be Bobby. He's the only like
Oh, isn't
like
that?
just because I know his heart is good
Yeah.
and like maybe the mental illness is from the physical trauma. and
Honestly,
What about
I would-
Marcelo?
now I want Bobby.
Oh, Marcelo.
What about Marcelo?
Oh my God, that's my choice.
I win. Marcelo, come home to me.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck Bobby
Bitch.
Marcelo. Great
The
choice.
fact that I even knew, I don't know anyone's name. Like, we're done. You know, we have similar tastes. Mark Maron, Marcelo, Joe Kim Booster. Those are my three.
You're gonna
Looks like I win.
have
And on that,
triplets.
I'm out.
Bye, Jenna.
Bye, good luck.
Have a good
Suerte.
day.
You guys, thank you so much for listening. I'm so happy to be back. We will talk about JFK Jr.
Look at this smile. When's the last time the fans of the pod saw this joy? This joie de vivre.
So
How
happy
do you
to be
say that?
pissing myself.
Wait, can I just say something?
Go
Shout
for
out
it.
to you guys, because when I've been doing shows lately, people have been coming up and being like, I love you on Trash Tuesday. And I'm like,
What?
yeah,
Yes.
so-
We love you. We are so happy that you're in the Trash Tuesday
Yay.
family. We needed to adopt you. Slugs, we love you. And we'll see you next week.
So, in this hypothetical question, I can't believe they all picked Mark Maron. They want some of that JOO blood in them. Yeah. So, first Khalyla says, I guess Bobby Lee, but then screw Bobby Lee. But she started, we all know she would go with Theo. I don't know if they would go with Shab. Surprised Mark Norman didn't get a mention in there. No Lewis. This is the mind of them. I doubt they would give their actual real answers now. But the fact of Bobby Lee is still funding all of this. And I don't know why. I don't know if this podcast makes any money. Or if this is just a money loser for Bobby. I'm not talking about, because I'm thinking about, they have like producers and stuff and editors and studio space and everything. But I'm wondering if like he figures this in as just let Khalyla do this, and he figures it's part of her pay for being on tigerbelly still. I don't know, but she had a baby. And we all knew it wasn't going to be with Bobby Lee, although Bobby Lee still like kind of supports her in that baby and her, what's her husband's name? She calls him Aloha and stuff, but she truly is just a disgusting person. Her face is getting better though. Her half Hulk face is kind of gone, but that co-hoster Esther, oof. What cartoon character does she look like? Like a bad drawing of olive oil from Popeye or something. I don't know. I saw some cartoon she looked like. I can't think of it right now. But, I mean, this whole Trash Tuesday podcast, these girls sit around, they babble. I just don't like the fact that they got rid of Annie. Or Annie left. It wasn't that much like drama, I don't think. It was just creative differences behind the scenes. And she thought Khalyla was a little too controlling. She was complaining that a bunch of her jokes were getting edited out and stuff like that. And things, so she had to move on. But, I mean, Khalyla and Esther continue. And Bobby Lee is just funding all of this. And, I mean, the viewership is mainly women, but Khalyla has just done a bunch of crying and complaining on this podcast about, oh, the internet hates me. Then she said she made up all the stories she told, but then later said that they were real. Like, no one quite gets it with her when she's podcasting and when she's not. So who knows? But let me know your thoughts in the comments.